Do you remember your first show?
Yes, I remember my first show. My first show was at the Mayfair 2012 in Augusta, Georgia, and it was over thousands of people. And that was my first ever like show ever. But I won out of 5 to 21, and I won. They called my name on the radio, and I was just like, oh my God, me. So that was my first show, and I showed out. So that's how I knew that this lane's for me. Like, it's time to go crazy.
So it was like a contest or a showcase type of thing?
Yes, it was a contest. Like, I had to go competition with people from 5 to 21, 20, 21, and I won. Like, I was just shocked.
How many people do you think you beat?
It was a lot. I can't keep up. But it was like a talent show. Like, a lot of people was going against each other. But I stand out, so they picked me.
Now, how soon before that, or should I say, how soon after that, rather, was your first paid show that you performed?
And then after that, I had made a video on YouTube called Why They Hating Though. It got over millions of views. Like, it just went, like, after that, my campaign just went off, like, uno, dos, tres. Then I started getting, like, little bookings, like, little parties, like, little situations, like, and I'm like, and once you start young, your pay small, then you get up, then you get bigger and bigger and bigger. But I been getting paid off the jump, like, I wasn't going for it.
Your first paid show, though, do you remember the first paid one?
Yes, it was at a birthday party. This girl, she was like 7 or something, and I did a birthday party for her. It started off from the birthday parties because you got to work your way up. Then I start opening up for big time artists, and from there I just start getting bigger and bigger.
When you did that first birthday party, did you practice for that show?
Yes, I practiced because I didn't even know how to introduce myself. Like, I knew how to introduce myself, but I had to like, oh, this what I'm gonna say, this what I'm gonna say, or this what I'm gonna say. But every show I do, I always practice. You got to.
What about a hype man? Do you ever use a hype man for your shows?
Yes, when I first came out, I really started off with a hype man. But when I start, like, what I need a hype man for? I'm my own hype man. So I'm like, I'm looking at like how other rappers do it back then. So I'm like, Mama, I need a hype man. But when I really get to the situation, I'm like, I really don't need a hype man, to be honest. Because they ain't doing nothing I can't do. So it's like waste of time.
Everybody's different. Some people use one, some people don't.
So dull, they need somebody to, hey, hyper. But no, I don't need it.
That first show, that birthday party, were you nervous?
Yes, I was nervous because I'm like, I ain't never did this before. So I'm like, yeah, I was nervous, but I still step out there. Like, it's like I'm nervous, but once I step out there and I get to talking, it's like all the butterflies go away.
Still get nervous now?
I don't say I get nervous no more. I just get anxious, like I'm about to go on stage, like, who they about to call my name? Like, who it's time to turn up? But nah, I don't really get nervous no more. Now the crowd, like when I see fans, it make me just turn up, like get out of character. Like, it just make me go crazy when I see my fans. I just turn up even more.
When you do feel anxious, is that a bad thing?
No, because it make me on go. Like, it just make me don't take no L. Like, I really say it's good. And then I'm ADHD anyway, so, I mean, I be ready to go. Like, ready to call my name, just be waiting. Super, jump up real fast.
That first birthday party you did, I don't know how many kids was it back then that you performed in front of. Do you remember?
It was a good bit. Like, it was at like a house or something. So, probably like, it was a good bit.
Okay. But just curious.
Not compared to now, though.
Things are different now. Obviously, when you do shows, people are familiar with you. I'm sure, that sort of thing. They know who you are, have heard your music.
I was really building myself up back then, too.
But back then, when you were dealing with crowds that might not have been so familiar with you or might not have been familiar with your music, how did you work with stuff like that? How did you work those crowds? Were you Did you get defeated by those crowds? Did you look at those crowds as a challenge? How did that work?
No, because when I first came out, like I stamped myself everywhere I went. Like I was just constantly putting my music out there, working, selling CDs, my management selling my CDs. They just really trying to get me out there. And I did shows. They probably didn't know my music or nothing, but I stamped myself. And once I stamped myself, I'm just that type of kid. Once I stamp myself, it's over. You can't forget about me. Like, it don't matter who come behind me. It's over with. Like, I stamp myself everywhere I go. Then they start knowing my music. The more you go around, the more they gonna start knowing you. So, yeah.
What about hecklers? What about haters? I don't know if you've encountered any while you were performing before.
Yes. Matter of fact, I just had one recently when I did a show. I check them on spot, like, hey, what's up? What's all that you popping? Usually, they just want your attention, but you gotta check it, because if not, they're gonna just feel like they could just still be doing it, and it's a no-go.
That birthday party you did, that very first show, what was the feedback after you were done performing to it?
Oh, my baby needs you at my birthday party. Need you next. Can you get your management? Oh, I love that little girl. She's so sweet. She's so talented and so young. All that.
So it was a good performance.
Yeah, I turned up. Wow, I used to love, well, I still love dancing. I used to get down.
How would you rate yourself back then? Scale of 1 to 10, your performance. Your
10.
First show.
10. Because it's like, I wasn't into social media back then like that. So it's like, I was just, like, back then, it's really like, I wasn't really into social media. Like, my management really controlled my social media back then because I really didn't know how to, read. I mean, I know how to read, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I was more focused outside. I was more outside. Like, I was a baby. Like, I was getting it out the mud. So, like, so really, not really.
What do you think at this point's been your best show ever?
My best show?
Yeah. Out of all the shows
all my shows really lit, to be honest. Like,
is there one in particular that just stands, like, this was my best performance to date?
No, because everywhere I go, I turn up. Like, it gets sold out. Like, my shows be going crazy. Like, I could say, like, when I was on tour, so summer 17, every place we went, I set the bar. Like, I went off, crowd going crazy, everything.
Favorite city for you to perform in at this point?
Favorite city? I really love all my cities, but New York gives me life.
What is it about New York?
New York just know real talent. They just know, like, they real. They don't be on no hating joint. They just be vibing. But really every place we really showing me love.
What's been your toughest city to perform in?
Toughest?
Yeah. Has there been a city that was just, this one was a tough show, but got through it?
I really haven't had no toughest city to, really perform. Not really.
Maybe
because usually they be knowing me, so it really not tough. I can see, like, if I was not known, but they know me, so, hey.
Worst show?
Worst.
What's been your worst show ever?
I don't do that because I practice before I do my show, so it's not no excuse for me to mess up, so. And if I mess up, I be real mad, so I don't do that.
Sometimes it's not even a mess up thing. Something could happen on the stage.
Oh, sound check sometimes. That happens, but I keep going. I don't never let that affect me. And that make my fans really, like, they be more like, oh, this a real artist right here. Like, I done had shows where I didn't perform, my whole show CD cut out, and I be rapping my whole song. But that's why you gotta stay in the gym, because these days, these kids can't hang.
What about when you're sick, under the weather? How do you get through a show like that?
Sick under the weather?
Yeah.
I still got to do it because they didn't send my money. So I still got to go out there. Probably ain't give my 100%, but I did good enough. Like, they probably wouldn't know that, but in my heart, I be knowing that I could have did better than that.
For a show, you say the words, like, for half of Social Summer 17, she performed with a broken ankle. And a lot of her fans.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So
we might need to touch back up on that.
They didn't know. So
go ahead.
Cause people will be wanting to know about that anyway.
Go ahead. Explain.
All right. So my worst thing to get through, my worst show it wasn't worse as in my performance, because my performance always 1 to 10, 10 always, but I had to perform with a broken ankle, like for Social Summer 17. It sold out, but through my whole shows that I did, I had a broken ankle, so I had to perform with my foot wrapped up in a whole bandage, had to pop ibuprofen, to stay up. And then as soon as I get off the show, like as soon as I get done with the show, I be limping, it be hurting. Every time I leave, I gotta go to the hospital, get it checked. It just was crazy. But by the end, I start healing up more, and I ain't have to wear the bandage that much. I made like with my broken ankle, I made like sites like people was talking about me online, like websites, like magazine stuff was saying like, oh my God, this girl performed with a broken ankle, but she turned up Supa Peach open, like she was going crazy. Like it was to the point where people was looking at them like, why y'all letting this girl perform with her? But I ain't had no choice.
No crutches, no wheelchair?
Crutches?
Yeah.
Yes, I had crutches. Like I couldn't even walk in the airport without nothing. Like they made me skip the line. Like I ain't have to go through none of that.
I meant on stage. Did you have crutches while you were on stage?
Oh no, I couldn't. I took ibuprofen. Like before like an hour, I take ibuprofen, wrap my leg up about 5 times. So I really be on stage with like a numb leg. Like as soon as I get off the stage, it be like I could like collapse. Like I just go back down, but the fans don't ever see that though. So that's why I don't even be, they just don't know the other half, to be honest.
How'd you break the ankle?
Rehearsal at Social Summer 17. You heard about that? The tour, that big tour? It sold out.
I heard about the tour, but I
different-
didn't know about the ankle situation.
Yeah, all different acts and stuff. But I was rehearsing and I was, on the stage and I jumped off. I really didn't jump off wrong, but I jumped off. Like the person that be, planning out the performance had told me to get off the stage. And when I got off and my leg went this way. And I was walking, then I woke up the next morning. It just wasn't there, and I broke a piece of my ankle off, so it was crazy.
So you went to the hospital and they told you it was broken?
Yes, like the people that's over Social Summer 17, like, oh no, we need Peach. Like, no, Peach, oh my God, like, what? And that just made me go harder because I know, like, without Peach, it don't make no tour. So it's like, no, I gotta do this. I was crying and everything, but I got through it.
Was it almost a chance you weren't going to be able to perform on that tour?
Yes. Like, I went to the hospital, everything. Like, I couldn't even walk. Like, I didn't even know my left or my right. Like, I didn't know which foot to pick up. Like, it was that crazy. But, yes. But they was like, oh, nah, we ain't going for that. You got to perform, Peach. And I wasn't going to sit down anyway. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. When you want something, you'll make it happen.
Let's say somebody's watching this, right? And they're about to do their first performance, their first show. Not necessarily a rapper, could be a singer, another musician, I don't know. Any general advice? Somebody watching this that's about to have their first show ever. So
if you're finna have your first show, I would say you need to practice, work on your craft. You need to learn how to perform, not just stand in one place, because you're born, period. You need to learn how to work the stage, and you need to interact with the crowd, make them feel you, leave your heart on the stage every time, and stamp yourself. So nobody shouldn't forget about you when you're done performing. They should always be like, oh, I remember that girl who did this. You remember? Yeah. It should be like that.